Okay, I'm going to bring you back together for a minute and sort of go over some stuff that we need to go over before I let you work on your crime scene. So, if I could have your attention up front, please. First and foremost, all work is due by the 15th. That's Wednesday next week. Your final presentation is the 14th. I know it's a B day. Okay, but that's the final day that you can submit anything is the 15th. Next thing, you need 5
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
evidence. We have 2 full days left in here and 1 half day, which is an AB day, which is Thursday. Everything needs to be in by Wednesday though, because I need to have a day to get it corrected and out. So get your 5 evidence in. You need some more of the things are right here, so you can get them. Okay? Today you're going to be processing your crime scene in lab. Okay? Now, there's been some confusion about the presentation on Tuesday. So if I could have your attention up here, this is the paper that I handed or picked up as you came in. So have it in front of you, make notes on it. This is what I'm going to grade on the back side. So make sure you keep track of it because this is what you're going to hand me when your group comes up. So this is your final project. This is worth 400 points to you, plus another 100 for the presentation on the drug fit schedules, making it 500 points total. This is your final for the semester. It is a hands-on thing. It is not a test version. Okay? So first up, when you come to do your presentation, it is professional dress. Okay? Come dressed professionally. Present like if you had to go to court. Okay? So you come in dressed professionally. As a CSI team members, everybody should take part in presenting the crime scene information. Okay? A CSI team member should present the part 5 schedules of drugs that they were assigned. So you have 5 schedules of drugs within your CSI unit. If you don't have 5 people, you have divided up maybe 1 and 2 to somebody, 2 and 3 to somebody, or 4 and 5. You've divided it up amongst you guys. You are responsible for only the schedules you were assigned in your group. So the CSI crime scene, I'm looking at your whole group presenting. But when it comes to your schedule of drugs, I'm looking at your presentation. You are uploading your part to me. So let's go into your part of that Schedule 5 drug. So on the PowerPoint, it should include the crime scene. It should have pictures of the crime scene. It should have pictures of comparison of evidence gathered, like your fingerprints. It should have information about other information that was gathered about the crime scene, because remember, you're presenting like you're presenting to a jury and a judge. Okay? And the conclusions that were drawn with proof, okay, from the evidence gathered. The drug schedules. On the drug schedule, you were assigned a specific part. You are going to submit your part of the PowerPoint to me. Then you're going to combine that PowerPoint with your crime scene PowerPoint. So when you come up here to present, it's 1 PowerPoint you're uploading and presenting, not 6. Okay?
So, with the layout of PowerPoint, what would that look like? So
you do your crime scene first, and
yeah.
then you do drug schedule after. So
even
the first
after
part,
the conclusion?
So you're going to do your crime scene. It's going to be like you're presenting to court. Then when it gets to the Schedule 5, it's just going to be the next slide, but you're going to switch gears a little bit, and you're going to be training a group of CSI agents or a group of first responders.
But it's one presentation. So with that.
Okay, so when you do this, okay, you're going to send the PowerPoint with your research to me. It should be put at the end of the crime scene PowerPoint so that only 1 PowerPoint needs to be downloaded when you come up as a group. So it goes boom, boom, boom. You can easily make this 1 PowerPoint. You have OneDrive. Everybody has 365. So you should be able to share documents. If you bring both PowerPoints up at the same time, you can just grab a slide and move it over. Or you can grab several slides and move them over into 1 PowerPoint. Okay? So it should be fairly easy to do. Done it many times. Yes, question.
Do slides have to match, or can they be different?
That's fine. Normally in a professional PowerPoint they match but where I'm having each of you do a part and then putting it together.
So then you can tell when it like goes on. Okay.
Well, everybody that does a schedule, so if I did schedules 1, the schedule 1, I would present schedule 1.
Guys
Whoever did schedule 2 would present schedule 2.
do what you
Okay.
do.
All right, so your team should have divided the 5 schedules amongst yourselves. These are 5 schedules. In 1970, it was broken up into 5 schedules. If each CSI member should include in their presentation, now this is important, in their presentation, you listening to me? In your presentation that you're giving to me and that you're going to put on and train everybody else, you should have what schedule you're presenting. Now, if you're assigned 2, don't say I'm assigned 1 and 2 and then go through that. Address 1 and then address the second.
Actually,
Okay? So what schedule were you assigned? What are the definition limits of that schedule? What does it say that schedule is all about? And then what medications or drugs are included in that schedule? And what classifications are those drugs? Are they narcotics? Are they opioids? Are they hallucinogens? Classify each of those drugs. This is actually on that white paper I gave you. Okay?
oh, this white paper.
You also need to then say I was assigned 2 schedules. I'm going to just pick one drug out of those 2 schedules. And I'm going to name the drug. I'm then going to give the chemical composition of that drug. Come on. It doesn't want to go forward now. I'm going to list things that a first responder would see. If I'm coming to the scene and I have somebody that is overdosing but hasn't died yet, what am I seeing? If I come to the scene and I see somebody who's dead on arrival or DOA, what do I see? Okay? Then, how does the drug affect the internal organs? I want to know what's going on with the internal organs of that drug. Okay? I also want to know how would a forensic scientist in an autopsy test for that drug? What would be the thing that they would need to test for to say, yeah, it's this drug that did? Okay? So this is what you're responsible for individually. And this is what I want you to be presenting. Now, we've got the same 5 scheduled drugs going to be presented. However, everybody's going to choose a different drug. Okay? So pick a drug that's interesting to you about this. Okay? You're going to present it. Now, other things that you should do to get a better grade on this presentation. Okay? Make sure to use pictures in the presentation. Not only in your crime scene, but in your scheduled drug. Okay? Don't put too much on each slide. That's a big mistake that most kids do. They try and cram everything on 1 or 2 slides. And nobody in the room can read or see it. You can put a little bit here and expound on what you found. Okay? Next up, make sure the font is big enough and easy to read. I would not go smaller than what I've got up here. Okay? Make sure that the coloring of the font is easy to read, not low visibility. Okay, make sure the contrast is enough that it's easy to read from far apart. Okay? Other things, be professional in your presentation. Somebody's life is hanging in the balance. They might end up on the death row because of what you say. Or a killer might get away because you're not professional enough. So make sure that you're putting up data that shows without a shadow of a doubt that this person is this person. Okay? Now, they usually don't have PowerPoints, and I have not made you do the hard copy. They usually have you make hard copies for courtroom presentations, but I'm making it easy on you and making you do a PowerPoint, which is way easier. Okay? You need to make sure you prove with the evidence, not just with circumstantial evidence, but with the evidence that the suspect is a perp. Remember that you are the expert, so act like one. Okay? When you present. All right. This is the big one. And this is what one of the groups is struggling with right now. When you make your PowerPoint, make it in OneDrive or Google Drive and share it. So the 3 dots on the side, if you click on that, you can say share with, and then they have them put their email in. And it will share it with them, and they'll have a copy of it. They can download it, and if you are So you're gonna share it so everybody can access the same files. They can upload and put in stuff and then put it back up there for you to see. Okay? Because illness happens and we're gonna present in one day. There's also things that teenagers do on the way to school that happen. Okay, so make sure that everybody in your group has access to what you're going to be presenting. Okay, so that your grade is not depending on somebody having got sick. I have put on there the rubrics that I'm going to be grading you by. So as you come up to present, you're going to be handing me this paper. I'm going to grade it from there. I'm going to upload it, and then I'll give you this paper back. But it will tell you what I'm looking for. Okay, some of it has to do with how was your crime scene set up. Some of you are doing last minute throw it together stuff, so you're not going to be really great on that crime scene setup. Other things are things that I'm going to be looking at when you're presenting and how you're working with each other in lab. Okay, this is a presentation rubric. It's down at the bottom for your Schedule 5. This is what I'm going to be looking for. Is a presentation attractive and appealing? If I had to sit through this training that you're going to give me, am I going to be bored to tears or am I going to be okay with it? Okay? All right? Now, having said this, if we don't get all of them presented on that Tuesday, that's what the AB day is to finish up. So if you don't get finished, if you don't, your group somehow doesn't get done, we have an hour and a half, we only have 5 groups, we've got plenty of time, we should be able to finish. But if we don't, we're going to finish up on the AB day. Okay? Now, presentations Tuesday, January 14th. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into lab. I put the stuff that you did for, that you pulled up from your crime scenes on the table there. Around the corner is the microscope, you can get it. On the front desk is the magnetic powder. If you need anything, the iodine is still out. So if you want to try and get a fingerprint with iodine, it's there. But if you need silver nitrate or anhydride that you want to use, let me know. Or if you want to look at the ballistics to see if you can figure out what shell, if you have a shell fragment and you want to look at the calipers and the set calipers that we've got, shot, shell, let me know. Okay, any other questions? Okay, got it. Let's go ahead and move back to lab. You have this time and Friday to finish up.
So, do we have to do mutant points of these first? There's not.
So there is the microscope, you can put that under.
Right.
You can yourself that, or you can get your hand
It's like 75. Alright, hey.
Or we can just.
Okay, go ahead and head back.
And then read
Go ahead and head back, grab your mint, grab your stuff, and let's get going.
4 fingerprints per picture. I don't think we're gonna do stuff. No, we have to.
I was not fast enough.
There's no freaking way. We can all do
I
it.
think I get fully off. And then I'll get snacks.
I would prefer leather one.
That's
And I can get
It's okay.
Should I add him?
That's
Some
what
of
he
them
has
are
in his
accessible.
schedule.
I like the hat.
So he doesn't have to know.
I'd rather have.
He has in his schedule, but he has signed in the schedule.
I mean,
We're in charge of that.
Got it. Okay, ladies, shall we just,
Yes.
yes.
Well.
Go on.